Classroom 8. Today we are going to continue our videos about sorting and graphing objects. And this is going to be our last video that deals with sorting and graphing. So today I have gathered some things from my house that are different shapes. So that means we're going to be sorting different kinds of shapes. We're also going to take our whiteboard and we're going to write on it the different shapes we have so we can figure out the total number of each group. So let's get started. The first object that I have is in the shape of it's not a square because its two sides are longer than these two sides. So that makes it a rectangle. Can you say that with me? Rectangle. Good job. So we have a rectangle. This is a card, okay? It's a birthday card. So I'm going to use this for my rectangle. So I'm going to stop and I'm going to write the word rectangle because I know I'm at least going to be sorting rectangles. So on my board I wrote rectangles because that's one of our categories. Our next is a Tupperware, like a storage container, and it's in the shape of that's right, a square, right? All four sides are the same. It might be a little rounded, but it's still a square. So put that next to our rectangle, but we have to stop because we have to add another category to our whiteboard. So square. And as I pick my items, you guys might have picked other ones. You might not have a card laying around your house, but you would have toys and you will have food boxes and tons of other stuff that I don't have. I don't have toys in my house, so I don't have any toy shapes here. But you guys, when you pick your your three shapes, you guys can show me and make a video of the different items you picked. So let's continue. I have a tissue box. What shape is this? Now, by looking at it, you can tell that these sides are not the same. There's a long side and there's short sides. So, right, this is a rectangle. I'm going to put that with my rectangle group. So I'm just sorting these. So the rectangles are right here and my squares are over here. Okay, you may not be able to see them, but they're in groups. So I already have rectangles here, so I don't need to write it again. Well, I have a napkin. It's a cute napkin. It has polka dots on it. What shape is it? That's right. All four sides are the same, so that makes it a square. And once again, I already have square written on my board, so I'm just going to put it in the square pile. Ooh, my favorite. Chocolate? Yeah, and this, my friend, it's hard to see, but it's a square, okay? It's a square. All four sides are the same, so stick it in my square side. We're going to keep on going. I have this object. It's my chapstick, right? It's a circle. Circle. So this is a new group for us. So I'm going to put it over here, and I have to stop and write down my final group. So we are comparing and sorting three different shapes today, okay? My next object, I have two of the same, so I'm going to hold them both up. This is a funky looking circle, but it's a hair tie, okay? And I have this hair tie, okay? That's a perfect circle. So I have two hair ties, but they both are circles. This is a little funky. So I'm going to put them in my circle group. We have a picture frame, but look, short side, and then we have two long sides. So that does not make it a square. That's right, it's a rectangle. So I'll put that in my rectangle spot. I have a candle, so we have to look at it this way, right? Yep, that is a circle. It goes around. There's no sharp edges. Goes in my circle. And my final object is a bowl, right? This is an easy one. Bowls are what? Yeah, they don't have any sharp edges because they're round. So this is a circle. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to switch my markers to my red so we can count. Okay? So we're going to start with our rectangle since we wrote that first. I have 1, 2, 3. So 3. So on my board, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to write the number 3. Okay, just like we do when we're graphing our boys and girls at morning meeting, this is what we're doing with our graphing today. Let's move on to our squares since we wrote that next. We have 1, 2, 3. We have 3, 3 again. So we're going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3. And already, what do those two say about each other? We have 3 rectangles and 3 squares. So they are, that's right, they are equal to each other. We have 2 shapes that are equal to each other already. All right, let's move on to our last, is our circle. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 circles. So let's graph it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and write the number 5. All right, friends, so we have sorted our objects, we have graphed our objects, and we have counted our objects. So which object has the most? Is it rectangles with 3, squares with 3, or circles with 5? Which one's the bigger number? That's right, 5 is the bigger number, so circle has the most objects today. And the least amount? There's a tie for that, so they're equal to each other. That's right, the rectangles and the squares are equal to each other today. They both have 3. So those are our least. Okay. Good job. I know my friends in classroom 8 already mastered the greater than, least, and equal to already. So they have that down. So this is our final video. It just sums up everything that we have learned this week about sorting your objects first, looking at which objects you have to compare at the time, and then you can go ahead and graph them and count them to figure out which one has the most, which one has the least, and if there are any that are equal to each other. You guys are doing so good, and I'm so proud of you guys in classroom 8. Like the video, and we will talk about it in the afternoon at a 12 o'clock session. So I hope to see you there. Bye, friends.